Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Today, I want to talk about embracing boredom and importance of boredom. We have to bring boredom back. I feel like everybody is afraid of being bored. I feel like it is a lot of people's greatest fear, to be honest with you, which is why a lot of people are kind of like self-medicating with doom scrolling or with just scrolling, spending most of their time on social media, not even just on their phones, specifically on social media. It was designed, besides other things, besides like evoking different emotions, to also sedate us, to also make us spend more time on social media, to escape boredom at all cost. Have you noticed, when do you reach for your phone when you do not need to Google anything, when you do not need to specifically look something up to find something? You a lot of the times reach for your phone when you're bored, because everybody's doing that. We know that this has become so normalized that people don't even feel embarrassed to talk about this anymore. I remember the time when, like honestly, not too long ago, when people still felt kind of embarrassed to admit that they spent a lot of time scrolling because it was kind of looked down upon. It was not cool. And now people have almost embraced it because, like, well, everyone is doing that. Everyone is spending all their time on their phones. Everyone's screen time is insanely high. So that is just part of our modern lives now. But I really don't like that. I am fighting back because, especially if you're a creative person, you have to create space for yourself to be bored. You have to bring boredom back. If you were lucky enough to have a childhood without any technology, you learned the critical skills of entertaining yourself. You learn the skills of actually being creative. This also obviously applies to everybody who is not spending a lot of their time on social media, and also constantly finds ways to entertain themselves, to engage in different hobbies, to engage in social activities, or in like entertaining themselves on their own. This is incredibly important. And specifically, again, I do talk about like the importance of community in some of my videos. Absolutely. That is absolutely the case. I will never rebuke that. That is really important. However, when it comes to importance of solitude and specifically boredom, you simply have to allow time to be bored, especially if you're creative, like I said. Why? Because creative ideas come to you when you are bored. It's really, really difficult. It's nearly impossible to get any creative downloads while you are scrolling on your phone and you do not even allow any gap of boredom to appear in your mind. You're always entertained. Are you really entertained though, if I'm being honest with you? Like, are you entertained by all the reels you're seeing and all of those TikToks and shorts? I doubt that. It spikes dopamine and it helps you escape boredom, if anything. But, you can be inspired occasionally. However, real, true creativity and creative ideas and exceptional, creative, cool, brilliant ideas come to you when you are bored, when you're spending time in solitude. That's why it's really important to do that. I'm not saying that this is what you should devote your whole life to, because that is impossible for a lot of people. But also, like, is it really desirable? Like, it's not to me personally, and I don't think it's necessary at all. Completely unnecessary, if anything. But I do believe in the importance of creating space for yourself and spending time by yourself and allowing yourself plenty of time to just be, to like enjoy the moment, to linger, to let the moment be exactly what it is, to feel all of your feelings and emotions, and do slow activities. Spend time with yourself, listening to your own thoughts, and allowing your mind and your thoughts to speak to you. I'm more like allowing yourself to hear your own thoughts. That is the reason why a lot of people cannot even go on a walk without music, without a podcast, without their phone, without being on a call or something like that. Why people listen to music while they're working or even while they're reading. We are trying to fill our internal space with as much noise as we can to escape ourselves, really, to escape our own thoughts and escape our own minds. Why do we do that? Is because it is so scary sometimes, or a lot of the times, to face the reality, to face our own thoughts, to face our own fears, to face our own insecurities. However, there is no escape. There is no escaping that unless you face that. The way you conquer the fear is by facing it. Your thoughts and your solitude is only seeming to be so scary because this is how you perceive it. This is how you think about it. However, if you do allow yourself to spend time with it, if you do face the fear of listening to your thoughts and journaling your thoughts out, facing what it is that you are actually thinking about, facing your own mind, so to say, you free yourself from that fear. That's actually how you do that. And you allow yourself a lot of space to grow. Okay? You allow a lot of space for self-love, for self-compassion, and for self-care. The only thing that you get from overconsumption, and I'm talking about constantly buying something, constantly ordering things, and scrolling in your phone all the time, is just more consumption. Even more overconsumption, really, like realistically, all right? And that is keeping you more numb. It's keeping you more numb, and that is an absolute killer to any creative person. And honestly, creativity is an inherent feature of most, if not all, people. We all have a creative side to us, right? So especially if you're a creative person, especially if you have a creative profession, or if you're an artist, if you do any creative endeavor, it is exceptionally important for you to not numb your feelings, to not numb yourself. It is critical that you listen to yourself. It's critical that you listen to your own emotion, that you allow yourself to be brave enough to face your own fears, to face your own thoughts, to just allow yourself to listen to your own thoughts, right? You do that by journaling, you do that by meditating, you do that by doing shadow work, of course. That is exceptionally important. I will make another video on shadow work where I talk about it in depth because I've been thinking about it for way too long. I have a video about this on my channel already. I'm not tremendously happy with it. I did a lot of research about it and, I delivered the information. However, I want to keep exploring this topic and keep talking about it and improving the way that I talk about it so that I make it clearer for myself first and foremost, and also for everybody else. Because I feel like if anything, just everybody benefits from that. Besides creativity, this is also how you avoid burnout, or this is how you heal from a burnout, is that you allow yourself the time to do nothing. Let me give you one exercise to do at the times when you're feeling overstimulated, at the times when you feel burned out, and when you feel like you have just been consuming and consuming and consuming, and you just want your head to get some rest. You just want to get some mental rest because this is just so exhausting. I suggest you lie down on your bed or on the floor and just spend, let's say, 5 minutes. Let's say 10 or 15, as much as you can, staring at the ceiling or just staring at the space and nothing else. You've all heard that, I'm assuming. And how many of you have actually tried spending time doing absolutely nothing, staring at the space, maybe closing your eyes, maybe not, and just allow your thoughts to wander? Notice your thoughts, don't shove them away. That's called meditation, by the way. You don't have to be sitting in a lotus pose, and you don't have to listen to music. You don't have to. That is meditation. Noticing your thoughts and focusing on the present moment. That is meditation. So that is basically what you can do. Notice your own thoughts. Notice your own thought patterns. Notice what keeps coming up. It would be really important. It could be really, really helpful to journal after that and explore some of those patterns more, explore some of those thoughts more, maybe explore some creative ideas and creative downloads that you get while you allow yourself the space to just be, to just sit and just allow your thoughts to be noticed by you, right? Overconsumption only ever spikes more overconsumption, more consumption, right? Boredom and solitude inspires creativity. Okay? This is exactly how people get brilliant ideas and creative ideas, right? For honestly anything, especially if you want to create something. That's how you get creative ideas, by noticing things, by allowing yourself to be inspired by other people and things, by noticing what is happening around you, by being mindful, most importantly, right? And also by allowing yourself time to rest, to do nothing, and to be bored. Yes. That is actually very, very important, because everything currently is designed for us to escape boredom at all costs, to sedate us and to make us feel numb, if anything. And I want you to be asking yourself, why is that? Why do you think that is? Maybe it is done for you to escape boredom and escape creative downloads. So do not fear boredom, or do fear it, but do it anyway. It's not going to be scary once you actually do it. Time in solitude is not actually as scary in reality as you think that it is when you are spending time escaping it at all costs. So anyways, thank you very much, you guys, for watching this video. Let me know what you think about boredom and solitude in the comments. What is your relationship with boredom? How do you feel about it? Are you scared of it? Are you okay with the amount of time you spend on your phone? How do you feel about this? What do you think about all these things? Please let me know in the comments. Let's talk about this more. If you have any other topic ideas, please let me know in the comments also. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, you guys. That would help my channel tremendously. It would support me a lot. I'll be really grateful for that, so please do that. And thank you very much once again. I will see you in the next one.